and India, both in association with this webinar is being presented to you. Okay, and I want to start with a very simple news which has come in the last month, and which has actually wanted us to talk on this topic. So आप सब लोगों ने ये न्यूज़ देखी होगी. I just wanted to share with the Business Standard News, which talk about agriculture clocks growth rate of 3.4 in quarter 1. And again, Times of India का एक न्यूज़ आया था, which is this 3.4. ये I think 2 weeks before का न्यूज़ है. Now, during this COVID-19 and lockdown, every business was down. If you can see that, आप लोगों को सारे न्यूज़पेपर्स में मिला होगा, मीडिया में आपने सुना होगा कि जो बिजनेस सबसे ज्यादा आगे चल रहे थे, they are down by 50% minus. Whereas agriculture is the only industry, agriculture is the only sector. This industry, जिस sector ने 3.4 का growth किया है. Now, why this growth is there? The growth is not because of any unusual thing is happening. It is happening because हम human जब तक इस universe में है, इस earth में है, we are going to eat vegetables, we are going to eat all the basic requirement of our agriculture. So this is how the growth is maintained. सारी दुनिया जहाँ डाउन है, वहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा जो आज कमाया किसी ने, तो वो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर ने कमाया. Now that has actually forced us to think about how what are the businesses that agriculture sector can provide us. Now forget about this lockdown or COVID-19. If you see the last 5 years ka trend, many IT industry people or the people those who are spending already spent 10 years, they are now shifting to agriculture. What is the reason that every day we come to know that there are some startups are coming up in agriculture sector. People have left their jobs earning more than lakh rupees and jumping into agriculture business. Why it is happening so? That need to be given a thought to it. I'm sure most of you are in this group must be from the agriculture background. हो सकता है आप लोग farming background से हो सकते हैं. And you would be surprised कि यार हम farmers को आप क्या सिखाने वाले हो. So we are not going to teach you anything. We are going to tell you that what are the avenues, what are the business opportunities are there over a period of time. जो as a farmer हो सकता है कि आपको मालूम भी हो, और हो सकता है कि आप उस पर काम भी कर रहे हो सकता है कि आप may or may not be aware of these kind of things. But एक चीज तो है कि if you think about couple of cities like Bangalore, Pune and Delhi, especially these 3 cities, lots of startups have come up with the background of agriculture. Either they are purely in agriculture or they are purely into agri-tech startups. So I'll start with simple business concept. What is business? Business is something that you sell and somebody buys that. So there has to be a producer, or there has to be a person who can buy. So in agriculture, exclusively, what we have goods to sell. We need to have a goods to sell. So what we sell basically we sell fresh vegetables, right? So fresh vegetables आज की demand है. You all buying fresh vegetable either from a vendor or maybe a ठेला वाला or maybe हाथ गाड़ी वाला जो आपके घर के पास जाता है. So you are buying into it. But then this particular fresh produce become आज की date में become a professional business for many of us. I'll share you a lot of case studies on this over a period of time. That एक time पे the vegetable selling was considered to be a very low profile job, but today it become a prestige for people. People are making crores of rupees and selling a fresh vegetables directly to the customers. So the concept of product are from one farmers to the end consumer. Okay. So what I was trying to say that given a business, you need to sell something, and in agriculture, what we already have, there are certain products. One is obviously the fresh produce what we have. Once upon a time, the selling in vegetable considered to be बहुत low profile का job समझा जाता था. But today, आज की date में, if you see that fresh produce and vegetable selling become a prestige, and people are making crores of rupees into that. I'll share you certain case studies on this. Next is and completely processed food that you can have that. So for selling, I have fresh produce, and I also have a semi and processed food. Now, who are my customers? I can see any individual family person can be my buyer. I see a restaurant that can be a buyer. Now, when I say restaurant, it does not mean only a small restaurant. It could be a 5-star hotel. It could be a high street restaurant, especially like urban cities like Pune. If you have been to Pune, or maybe in urban cities like Mumbai, or maybe Delhi, Bangalore, we see there are a lot of high street restaurants have come up, right? Those people are requiring fresh vegetables and different kind of vegetables, we call it, especially like exotic vegetables that they are needing it into it. So we will be also talking about that. So this is one great big customers, we can say. Then we obviously we have the B2B business where people are buying it and selling it, for their customers. It could be Reliance, it could be you can say Big Basket, it could be More For You, it could be DMart, or so and so forth. Right? Okay. Now, who can do this kind of a business? And so one is obviously a role of a businessman could be a supplier. So you can be a supplier of a vegetable to customers. You're just in between. You can buy from farmer, you can collect from farmer, and you can send it to your own customers. So that's one supplier you can have. Supplier could be for fresh vegetables. Supplier could be for semi and processed food. Supplier could be inputs. When I say input, it could be fertilizer, it could be pesticide, insecticide, or whatnot. So supplier can be of any product. They can have that. And obviously, I'm a farmer. I can produce my own product and directly sell it to my customers. So I don't have to buy. I have to produce. I'm a manufacturer. I'm a producer. I'm actually a cultivator. So I can directly reach out to my customers, restaurants, and B2B, and so on and so forth. Now, very interestingly, off late, rental business has come up. So there are a lot of equipments are required, especially like tractor. Indian community of farmers are not in a position to buy tractor on an average. So what I'm trying to say, there are many businesses have come up. Many businesses have come up where people are giving their tractor on rent. One name I can pick up, that Mahindra and Mahindra itself is into a rental. And there are many startups has come up. They are actually giving their equipments on rent. This is something really interesting one. But obviously it is an capital intensive business. So we'll be again talking about some example of rental businesses also. So a new business have come up, which as if now we were talking about car rental and so, but today we also have a tractor rental, we have a harvester rental, and small equipments we can give on rent. Now, one interesting one is that if you don't want to invest anything and you are from agriculture background, you have some basic background of your agriculture, you can become a consultant. Obviously, for consultant, you need to be an expert. You need to have a long year of experience. A fresh student or fresh agriculture student may or may not be able to do it, but if you're experienced, with your experience, you can become a consultant. So what are the avenues for consultant? We'll see that. But then today this is what is happening around. Everybody is looking to become an aggregator. What is aggregator? Aggregator is basically trying to mobilize all the farmers together, buy from farmer, because individual farmer is not able to reach out to the customers, so they buy it from farmers, and they give it to the individual customers. So there is no mediator as such. They are basically facilitators, you can say, So these are the aggregators have come into it. Now there is another buzzword currently is going on in the market, which is known as tech aggregator. What do you mean by the tech aggregator? I'm a technology expert. I'm an IT expert. And now I'm incorporating my technology into agriculture business, and I'm helping my farmer, and I'm helping my customers. Now, such agri-tech people are helping from farm to folk. This is what the concept being known as currently, or people talk about this. So this is a very generic approach of any agriculture business, what we can say, Okay, so so when I talk about aggregation, who all can have an aggregator, what kind of a business we can have. We can collect all the small farmers of my village or maybe a taluka place, and we can buy in, we can become a large buyer, and we can buy from the farmers, and we can sell as a large seller into the market. So when I have huge produce with me, I can bargain with my customers. At the same time, I can be in multiple buyers come together and buying the product from the farmers. That both can possible into it. So you can be an agri seller or you can be an agri buyer. So these are two aggregation that currently working into it. Obviously, with the one more part into it, the technology. Technology means I'm talking about IoT. I'm talking about IT services. It could be website, it could be apps, mobile apps, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, when I said consultant, so who can be a consultant and which kind of a business consultant we can have? So first thing first is the business analysis side. So as a farmer, I'm not expert into business analysis. So what to grow, what type of crop to be taken, what combination of crop need to be taken. I have a very limited land. How do I do my business so that my profit would increase into it? Now today farmer is just following the neighbor, but as an analyst or as a business analyst, I can be a part of the business and I can assist my farmer to analyze his business. So there could be a combination of agriculture, there could be a combination of animal husbandry, there could be an analysis, the combination of processed food and so on and so forth. So you can think of becoming a business analyst for an agriculture. Second would be, as a farmer, I only know source of information is my cooperative society. As a farmer, I only know the source of information is from the local gram, you can say agriculture officer. So, but you as an expert, you can be a consultant about finance, how to raise finance, where do I raise finance. When I say raising a finance, जब हम finance की बात करते हैं, तो cheapest finance कहाँ से मिलेगा? इसका knowledge आपको होना चाहिए. ये consultant का काम है that he should able to tell the farmer that where do you get the cheaper finance into it. At the same time, there are a lot of subsidies are available from the government side. Sometimes it is the information doesn't reach on time to the customers. So you as a consultant, you can start as a consultant for finance and subsidy. At the same time, you can be a consultant for setting up the process, small process unit. It could be for milk processing. It could be for small packaging industry, you can call it. So there are many options are there. So you as a consultant, you can think of these options like and obviously a farmer is well expert into it, but then there are certain expertise he may or may not be aware of that. So you can be an operational consultant. Okay, actually what need to be done in the farm on a right time at the right quantity, that you can advise to him. Right? And obviously the technical consultancy you can provide. And main thing is that if you consider that my farmer is equally knowledgeable, but personal experience and people say that farmer is not aware about the market. So you as anybody for that matter, you don't have to be an agriculturist for that matter. You can be a market assistant. You can provide a market assistant, where to sell, which market to sell, what is the price is going on into it. So you can be a market assistant to your farmer. So this is a consulting business you can have. Now currently, I'm showing a picture which is a bricks and mortar model. Bricks and mortar का मतलब होता था जहाँ पे एक शॉप होती है, जहाँ पे आप वेजिटेबल्स और चीजें आप बेचते हैं. Now things have changed from bricks and mortar to online marketing. Okay. तो अभी हम लोग का क्या हो गया? हम लोग ये shop से we have come to a computer. So you don't have to have a shop on a street. You can just have a go down, if the most, or even you don't need a go down. You can have your own small piece of land where you can have the packaging and collection center, and from where you can start selling into it through e-commerce. And that is called current business are happening into it. All right. So farmer need to change from bricks and mortar, which is the shop, to computer shop, you can say, like so this is what into it. Now you also need to have an innovative ideas of making up products. Like in Pune, there's a company called Bamboo India. It's a social entrepreneur. What they are doing they are collecting the bamboos, and they have a bamboo mission, and they are converting the the bamboo into different products. So that's a totally different concept. Okay, so when I'm saying fresh produce, at the same time you need to think about the something innovative ideas which can help the farmer which are growing something like bamboos or some kind of a product where you can convert into some utility, right? So see that you can go to the website even today, where Bamboo India website, and you say like what kind of an innovative product they have, and then you can think of making profit into it. Now today my farmer is only thinking about survival. The farmer, or maybe the people concerned with agriculture, they are not thinking about making a profit. Okay, there are a lot of challenges. I know about that. Okay, we all know that, that it's all depend upon the climatical condition, soil condition, and so on and so forth. But then we can still beat those things, and people are doing that. There are some example of that. So this is one. Now I'll tell you. I'll give you a little more detail into it. This is an agriculture industry, complete industry. What all you can see that. So there is a fresh vegetables. Now when I say fresh vegetable, there are two different types of vegetables. One is general vegetable, जैसे आप और मैं खाते घर पे जो आती है मेथी की भाजी आती है, पालक आता है, ये भी हो सकता है. Then you can have similarly organic vegetables, right? Now today, especially after this lockdown and COVID, everybody become an health conscious. So we all wanted to have a good quality product. When I say good quality product, now it's being considered as that every organic product is a good quality product. You all must be agree with me. So organic, the moment I start declaring my products are organic, obviously there's a costing, there's a certification, and so on and so forth. But then today people would like to have a right source of organic product. So you can have the organic product into it. Similarly with the fruits which are in high demand currently. And fruits also throughout the year has a seasonal demand. You can think about which fruits you can start selling into it. Now with this, we also have one more type of vegetable. Those are called exotic vegetables. So I'll brief you later on. So these are two different categories from the agriculture, fresh produce that you can reach out to the market. Now this is another one, the floriculture. Now Pune and Bangalore, especially the two cities where a lot of floriculture cultivations are happening around. Okay, so this is one industry where you can have the floriculture. But interestingly, the one more industry which I wanted to share is the herbal or Ayurvedic products, or you can call it medicinal plant, or it is also known as aromatic plants. Now, aromatic plants, medicinal plants does not require the kind of efforts what you required for green vegetables and all. Now, I know one of my very close associate, and I would like to name that girl. She was an IT expert working in Singapore with husband, left the job, came back, and she had started this aromatic plant business. Surprisingly, she did not have a single piece of land. Today, she has taken a land of 15 acres on lease, and she is cultivating certain medicinal plant. RV is a brand what she is selling. She is extracting the oil from those medicinal plant and selling into it. So this is one of the industry which is coming up very fast. There is an institute in Lucknow which is called CMAP. You can get connected to CMAP. CMAP would help you, assist you in terms of plantation, in terms of sapling, in terms of training. So they would help you, especially in Maharashtra, where there are certain part of Maharashtra have a less water availability. You can have aloe vera. Aloe vera is something like Korfurt, Marathi madhye apan म्हणतो. You can have cultivation of that, and the aloe vera is used for both purpose. One is for eating. At the same time, it is also used for cosmetic purpose. So and it does not require much processing into it. So people can think about this Korfurt or aloe vera production into it. So this is a smart way of selecting the crop. Obviously, vegetables are always will remain in demand. Fruits remain in demand. Floriculture is always. I mean, there's a seasonal demand, but obviously but then we need to think about this medicinal plant. Now, one more industry is that non-vegetarian industry, but also considered to be in part of an agriculture. This is fish, right? So fish one, you get it from sea fish, the saltwater production. At the same time, nowadays we have fish farming in our own village. You can have that. So that is also possible. Now government has come of schemes on fishing, lot of scheme of fishing. You can this also known as cage fishing, you can say, and you can get a lot of subsidies and financial support from the government. The government is trying to promote this particular industry. This is one product where we can sell into it. Needless to say that people have made a lot of money during this lockdown by selling prawns and fish directly home deliveries. I don't know from where they have got it, but then things of 100 rupees they were selling at 400 rupees. So this is one which is high nutritious value product where you can sell into it. Like obviously all time in demand milk, so you can have cow milk. There is a demand of cow milk currently from over fellow milks, so people are started into it. So you can fall into into farming, or you can have buying the milk and selling into it. All right. Obviously, the goat farming is one other option of doing it. Now, most of the people, those who are working in cities, they have invested into goat farming. Goat farming is another source of meat, which is being highly acceptable in the society. So this is one. And all-time favorite and everybody's favorite is like chicken, right? Chicken, what you all know that, we all consume chicken as much as we consume anything else. And obviously, along with the chicken, we have the eggs need to, for consumption. So these are some general ideas. We all know about that. And this another business of inputs. Now, when I say inputs, it's organic inputs and inorganic inputs. Inorganic, when I say like chemical inputs, what we are talking about. So you can start with as a consultant and start convincing your customers, helping your customers, consulting your customer to take up organic inputs, like what are the inputs available into it. So it may or may not be possible for you to produce in organic inputs, but at the same time you can think of producing also, and you can be a trader onto it. Now, as I said earlier, rental business has come up. So if you are ready to invest into the machines, I think this another very interesting business is coming up in the society. I'll tell you why this business is, because Indian farmers are per capita land holding is very small. So as a small farmer, it is really difficult to own a tractor or own a harvester. So it is always better to have a particular location, let's say taluka places, or maybe a district wise. If you can buy some machines, or if you can tie with get the franchises of Mahindra rental or the other rental companies, I think that could be a good need of the hour today. So actually, date mein rental business is also happening into it. As I said earlier, the people are becoming more aware of eating, aware of eating habits and food to prevent infections, and increase the immunity. So what is there for me? So now I'm coming back to the original. I'm coming back to my old one. Now this is what affluent family, affluent family. When I say जिनके पास में पैसा है, थोड़ा सा, जिनका food habit, they can afford to have a salad-based food habit. They can have. Now you can either cultivate the broccoli or parsley or lettuce or capsicum or avocados and cherries and whatnot. Zucchini is there. Now these are the things which are required by 5-star hotels. One, and if you talk about Pune, we are having around 7 to 10 5-star hotels. Equally, 4-star hotels and 3-star hotels. There's a huge demand for salad, and at the same time, high street restaurants. When I say high street restaurants, I'm talking about the people like Starbucks is there, or people would like to go for the tea or coffee. At the same time, they would like to have some salad-based, brunch, you can call it, or breakfast. They wanted to have that. So this is another market coming up, and in Pune, I'll tell you that people are not getting it. We have done a survey. Personally, I was involved into it. After doing a survey, people started calling us and saying, "Sir, if you have a source, if you have a quantity, we are ready to buy." If you know the geography of Pune, Kalyani Nagar, Koregaon Park, these are the high street, or you can say the affluent families, or maybe a area where rich people are staying over there, they could be a source of. And here I'll tell you that you can earn money. Now there are one shopping mall which I would like to name is Dorabji. You go to the Dorabji in Pune and you will find the pricing of this. You will amazed to know that what you are doing with the regular vegetable, you will definitely like to shift to these kind of things. There are very few producers of that. Okay, fine. So I'm not a farmer. I don't have a land. So what you can do, you can become a supplier of this kind of thing. You need to find out the source of these vegetables, the exotic vegetables, and you can sell to the right customer into it. It is only a sorry. It is only up to an understanding where my customers are there. Okay. Now one more interesting part that I would like to share as a business. It's known as microgreens. Now microgreens, those who are in the group are from the agriculture background must be knowing that. And the people, general people, those who are never heard about this microgreen, let me tell you that it is not sprout. It is neither sprout nor a vegetable, fully grown vegetable. It is just in between the process. It's just a 10 to 20 days old crop. So look at from the business point of view. Business point of view, it is that 20 days you get your cycle run. Okay, you don't have to wait for 3 months to entire crop to grow up and you go and market in the sell. है ना, आपको 3 महीने 2 महीने आपको वेजिटेबल के ग्रो होने के लिए रुकना नहीं है. आपको 20 दिन का साइकिल है. 20 दिन में you can sell and tell you that it is sold at very 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 high price. I'm not exaggerating. आप वेबसाइट पे जाइए, माइक्रो ग्रीन्स टाइप करो, आप उस पे पूरा प्राइसिंग टाइप करो, बैंगलोर प्राइसिंग टाइप करो. 100 grams का पैक ऑफ any one vegetables, you will find it is being sold at the price of 150 rupees to 300 rupees. 100 grams I'm talking about. What a combination of that. And for that you don't require a huge land. You require a small land close by to your marketplace. So that's a microgreen. Now, what is there for customers? Customer can get a high nutritious value into this. So the people, those who are health conscious, they would go for such kind of a product. So now I'm becoming a vegetarian. I wanted to have high nutrition value. I can go for a microgreens. So there are customers. They are demanding into this. All right. Now there are some technology. Now I'll talk about the technology and I'll talk about some concept into it. There's a concept called terrace gardening or urban farming. Now my farm is 100, 200 or 300 kilometers away from city like Pune or Mumbai, where by the time I bring my vegetable, people are not finding it fresh. So what people started doing it? People started doing in urban farming. The large housing societies can have their own terrace for farming. I mean, that's a very good and new concept that's coming up. You as a businessman can become a consultant or can take up a project of cultivating vegetables on the terrace, or maybe on the small piece of land where the big society can provide you. And what is the benefit of doing in urban farming is that you know your customer there and there itself. आप जिस society में ये cultivation कर रहे हो, उसी society को आप पूरा आपका output बेच सकते हो. So customers are there and customers know that कि मेरे अपनी society में grow रहा है, मेरे अपने terrace पे grow रहा है. So they know that what kind of an cultivation you are doing in, what fertilizer you are using it, or what kind of a method that you are using it. So you are ensuring that your products are residual free, or it's purely what customers demand. According to that, you can produce that. Hydroponic is becoming a buzzword today. It small land, piece of land, and even if you don't have a land, you can grow your vegetables on a different materials like pipes and other material. Obviously, these technologies are expensive, but if I don't have a place, I can do that. Now, I'll tell you why I put this information to, and why I want to share that. After the lockdown, especially, or over a period of 5 years, last 5 years, a lot of industries, mechanical industries, are getting closed down. Okay, there is a recession. Okay, godowns are on sale, right? Or the godowns are empty. You can take godowns on rent at the cheaper rate because there is nothing else can be done. But the hydroponic can be cultivated in those empty godowns, or aerophonic, which is it's a new another technology where you don't even require a soil, where hydroponic at least you required some cocoa pits and soil, but aerophonic you also don't require for that. You just required some nutrient water and nutrient you need to mix that, and you spray on the roots of that, you can have that. Now, these are urban-based farming, you can call it, and you can ensure your customer that your products are highly organic and without any residual. The aquaculture, or the aquaculture is one, or you can say this kind of a business is for obviously a water-based business. You can think of doing it. The governments are promoting this in a large number. I mean, this is another business where you can have subsidy-based business. I mean, you get a lot of close to 50% subsidies on this, and you can run on this. So I'm not talking about the subsidy. It is more of talking about the ideas that how you can do it. In Pune, there is an area called Hinjawadi. Hinjawadi, again, it's a IT park where more than lakh people are staying over there with heavy salaries. I think they can go for exotic vegetables, microgreens, and if you want, you can have nearby. You can buy a small godown, or you can have the godown on rent, or you can have the terrace where you can grow on your customers' terrace. See, आज की डेट में as a customer मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता कि how do I cultivate. So you can suggest them terrace पे आप hydroponic कर सकते हैं. Terrace पे आप hydroponic करके आप उसका जो cultivation है आप उसी को बेच सकते हैं. So you don't have a land, you just have your time, or you have your knowledge to put into it. Okay, so this is how some technology is available into it as a farmer. Now these are some photographs which I have collected. So terrace gardening, you can have directly. This is also on terrace that you can have, or maybe in backyard you can have. This is hydroponic, and this is a fish farming. Obviously, it required water available and land. So it cannot be done in city, but then obviously this is one more option. This is an aeroponic, which is roots are exposed to, not exposed to soil. It is directly exposed to nutrient, where we spray on the nutrient and it grow into it. So one of my, I'm a professor also. One of my 5 students are working in Dubai at the moment, and 4,000 square feet is the only area available for farming over there. But in multi-layer or 7 layers, they are cultivating with the help of aeroponic these kind of vegetables. And yearly turnover is around 500 tons what they are taking the vegetable, different types of vegetables. This is how the world is changing now. Now I was talking to somebody and say like, sir, इतना expensive अगर होता तो farmer के पास पैसा होता तो वो ये सब कैसे करता है? I mean, government should give subsidy. I'm sorry, we are not going to talk about the subsidies and all. Yes, subsidies and support from government is required, but if you try to focus on that, you will not be able to do the business. I'm a businessman. I want to understand what is technology available, what is product available. So I told you about what are the different products are available. I told you about the technology available, and I told you where the customers are lying into it. It is just an integration of 3 things that I think you can get it. Your job done, or you can start your own business. Now look at this some milk brand, very famous brands in Maharashtra, you can call it, or most of the people are aware of it. Chitle's, obviously it's a household name for everybody. I mean, once a while, I'm sure everybody would have tasted Chitle Dairy. Amul, obviously the revolution in the country, in the world, I would say. Gokul, again Kolhapur. Varna is from Kolhapur. Sona is in, again Pune based, and Katraj and Govardhan. These are some famous brand, and I'm sure you all must be knowing that what is the price of this milk. I'm talking about cow milk. And now if you go and buy the milk, you will get the price of 46 rupees आज की date में. It is varying between 44 to 46 rupees. Katraj का हो सकता है थोड़ा सस्ता हो. Do you think that there is a scope for somebody to sell milk at the price of 80 rupees? I don't think आप में से कोई ऐसा होगा जो ये सोचेगा कि जब इतने सारे फेमस ब्रांड 46 रुपीस में अगर काउ मिल्क बेच रहे हैं, so who will buy your product at the price of 80 rupees? Isn't that? I'll tell you some brand. Look at this brand. Look at this brand. Vuvu Doodh. is selling at the price of 75 rupees. I'm talking about raw milk. They also come up with the flavor milk, which is 90 rupees. I'm talking about Provileg. I'm not branding anybody. I'm not promoting anybody. Just you go and check. Woo 75. This is 80 rupees. I'm not talking about A2 milk. I'm not talking about the indigenous breed cow milk. It is just a common milk, which is the Chitle selling at 46 and Amul is selling at 46, whereas these people are selling 80 rupees. Why they can sell in 80 rupees? That you need to find. So there is a customer. There is a customer for everybody. There is a customer for Chitle. There is a customer for this. Okay. One more brand I'll tell you that, this is Go Natural. Again, they are also selling at 80 rupees. Now look at this brand. Look at this brand. It's a Pride of Cow. This brand is getting sold. I mean, this milk is getting sold at the rupees 99 rupees liter. Double the rate, more than double the rate. Who is going to buy this? There are people into it. So what I'm trying to say, need to understand my customers, what they expect. Now, these all brands claiming that they do not, they guarantee there's no adulteration, number one. They guarantee that there's no hormonal injections being injected to the animals and whatnot. I mean, they have their own USPs and they're selling into it, right? So these are some. See, this is Chennai-based brand, which is Milky Mist, is in Pune. So they are able to sell a different product. So apart from raw milk, you have processed products like paneer and Shrikhand and I don't know. I mean, there are so many products. Now, while going through all the brand, there is a brand, there is a product called yogurt or dahi, jisko hum log bolte hain. Dahi can come with a different flavor. So you start thinking about having a different flavor of dahi. Like it could be strawberry flavor. It could be a mango flavor of dahi. I mean, who has thought of a Shrikhand can come in mango flavor? Now it become a brand of everybody. Don't call it Shrikhand. It's Amrikhand. But that's nothing more than a Shrikhand. I mean, just it's a mango flavor. So likewise, you have now these all companies have come up with chocolate flavor milk and charging more. So I'm saying if you are the good part is that the Vuvudu, the Provileg, Go Natural, they do not have their own dairies. They do not have. They have their own source where they are buying their milk. Obviously, Pride of Cow, it's a Bhagyalakshmi dairy. They have their own farm as well as, but then the full technology-based milking, what they are doing with it. So this is how milk industry is into it. Now, somebody was asking me and came up to me and said, like, sir, I want to start a dairy. So you don't have to start a dairy where you don't have to invest into an animals. Today, any good breed animal costing you ₹1,00,000. So you don't have to invest into it. And 2 or 3 animals will not give you profitability or will not make your business viable. So what you need to do, there are thousands of farmers are actually producing milk, but they are not able to send their milk to market. You can be an aggregator. You can collect. You can have your own brand and you can start selling into that. That also is possible. So these are all our brand which I am showing it. They are basically milk tech aggregators. All right. So this is how you can have that. Now, obviously, high protein source is chicken and egg. But I just wanted to share something very unique and different things about it. This is an Omega brand, which you call it. There are a concept called designer egg. I don't know how many of you have heard about designer egg. Designer egg means on demand of a customer, you can change the nutrition value of the eggs. What does it mean? That you give a different kind of feed to your birds, the nutrition content will change into it. Okay. So I was just studying one of the scientists on this. He said, like, we can change the complete nutrition value as per the doctor's demand to the patient and patient's requirement. We can design an egg. I said, this is something which is unusual. So he said, sir, at the same time, a farmer, if he start thinking on this, अगर वो ये सोचना शुरू करता है, तो आज की डेट में ₹5 का egg he can sell from ₹7, ₹9 to ₹15. Obviously, it all depends. Today, the acceptance is less, but let me tell you that आने वाले समय में this would become a new business where we will be getting eggs on demand or eggs as per my requirement. Okay, so this is what called designer eggs concept into it. It's coming. It's already come in. There's certain part of India, people are selling it. So the normal eggs, 5 rupees, and this designer egg can be sold from 7 rupees, 8 rupees, 9 rupees to 15 rupees, highest up to 15 rupees, and costing is just more or less 10% to 20% here and there. All right. Now this is one more interesting what we are talking about, Kadaknath. My agriculture friends must be knowing that. Now, interesting part is not this that whether you are aware of this or not. Interesting part is that these eggs and chicken is being sold on Amazon. My point is that today you are able to have the Kadaknath farm, but you're not able to sell because you don't know the customer. You can actually sell on Amazon. Now you look at the price. Look at the price: 649 for 12 eggs dozen. That means that one egg is approximately 40 rupees you are able to sell. Now this is being sold on Amazon. आप check कर सकते हो Amazon पे India site. Anytime you can check it in there. This is what the screenshot which I put it from my laptop itself. All right. So this is one thing which is being sold. And obviously the people have come. The new brands have come. Chicken and these are some brands which are there. So this one industry where you can jump into it. Now, obviously, this is India's favorite products, masales. You can get into it. Now, I was talking to one of my client and they started saying, "Sir, masale aap bol rahe ho, already Everest hai, MTR hai." Okay, so these are our masales are there. So he started selling, sir, इतने सारे brand है, आपका मसाला कौन लेगा? I said there is always a market for everybody. Look at some brand. I'm not going to talk much on this, but then Everest obviously we have, MDH we have, then we also have Badshah is there. But apart from this catch, I had never heard about it, but then it is getting sold in the market. Then Rajesh is there. Then Ramdev of course is there. Then obviously Priya is there. There are so many. Patanjali has come. For everybody there is a market. So you can think of making a masales. Don't worry about what is there in the competition. You start with a small market. You start with your own market. I'm sure you get some market you can always get it. In a marketing, in a business, we need to understand that if you start producing with the confidence and with some USP, you will get a market into it. So look at this gentleman. He also had got a brand called Khajana. Now this is Pune-based product. Now you can go for an exports like dates. You can import. You can import these dates, which is highly iron based products and always remain in high demand in India. You can import this product. At the same time, you can have the mangoes, which we can export into it. Exports and import. This is these two things that you can think about it. What product to import and what product to export into it. Now, why I'm talking about is that so simple to export? No, it is not that simple to export. But look at the what we are selling. If you can read from top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 number पे आप देखिए यहाँ पे है Gorgam. Gorgam is nothing but it is not known as gawar ki phalli, right? If it is at number 7, India is exporting. So why not I should grow that? Why not I should find out a market, export market for Gorgam? How many of we know that Gorgam is a highly exportable item? It is fresh as well as crush, as well as the powder of Gorgam is being sold outside. So I'm not talking about the big other businesses. I'm just talking about you identify the product and you start doing it. All right. So import, of course, what we import, we import these many products into it. You can select out of that if you wanted to have that. Now, always my as an audience, you all would be saying, sir, क्या ये आपने उठा के लेके आ गए और आप हमको बता रहे हो? Is it so easy? Yes, it is so easy that we have never thought of even importing it become an important business idea, business model. I'll tell you that one of the companies doing that. I will tell you that one of the startup has started doing that and what they are importing into it. Okay, look at some figure like agri exports obviously always high than agri trades. Okay, now there's another process, semi-process you can call it a fresh juices of instead of preservative people would like to have. Now if you go to any joggers park in the morning around 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., there are people are selling into it. Right. I'm not asking you to start selling such a small business. You can think of making it a business as a fresh juice without any additives or without any sugar in mixing. You can start selling into it. Think about it. I mean, this is a crush, you can call it, or you can call it a fresh juice the people are wanted to have. Now, most of the people are health conscious, especially early morning. Now, you will find bottle guard. You can call it bitter gourd. People are selling as their juices and for health purposes into it. This is what I can show it to you. Now again, some processed products like tomato ketchups. I'm just sharing you some brand like Del Monte, Kisan, and Nestle's, Maggi, and Heinz. Highly sold brand with different costing into it. There's another brand having a market. Look at this brand. It's a Surbi brand. I mean, I don't know how many of you are using it, but आज से 5 साल 6 साल 10 साल पहले तक this brand was considered to be the most cheapest brand. Nobody was buying it, but today it is actually competing with this brand. Now my point is that don't afraid of the business idea which is already already there in the market. You need to know that who are your customers. Surbi का customer कौन है? Surbi के customer है restaurant. Surbi के customer कौन है? जो sandwich हाथ गाड़ी वाला है. Surbi के customers कौन है? जो small outlets हैं, जो canteen walas हैं. Because this was considered to be a more economical package. But today even individual household started buying into it because taste equally same as these brands. So these brand and the same, but the pricing are very less competitive as compared to that. So again, these are certain business ideas which I'm saying that. Now this is another health conscious product which is Jaggery, and Jaggery bars and Jaggery product granules people are using it. People shifting from sugar to sugar. Now everybody got to know that sugar is very harmful nowadays, so they are avoiding it into it. People are not even consuming in teas. Now they started eating Jaggery. Now look at this Jaggery. Once upon a time considered to be a garib logon ka food, but today it become a food for rich people. So it is also being sold on high price. So this is another product where you can think about it. Again, I'm not a producer. I'm not sugarcane producer neither. So ye milega kahan? So if you are staying nearby Pune, I'll tell you that if you go to Kedgaon, if you go to areas like Urli Kanchan and Yavad, that side, you go little inside, you have plenty of producer into it. Obviously, there are two types of Jaggeries will be available. One is organic. You can focus on organic because the people, those who are consuming that, they would be more health conscious. So if you start selling Jaggery, organic Jaggery, if the producer is claiming, see that you can be in, and you start selling on Amazon. You don't have to open a shop. So that is what the product is. But interesting product now I am going to share with you what you can sell. Look at this. It is a cow manure or the cow dung. It is being sold on Amazon in a this kind of a packing that you can actually get it. How interesting. Look at this, the 10 kg ka pack mein mil raha hai, and what else you wanted to have. Agar Amazon pe agar cow dung milna shuru ho gaya. So for whom this is for urban farmer, cultivators, you can say. For kitchen gardening, you can say people would buy into it. And obviously, as a farmer, when you try to sell your cow dung, you won't get a price. A tractor trolley, at the most you get 3,000 rupees. But look at here, 10 kg. I'll show you the price. Look at the price. Cow manure, 600 rupees 10, and a 60 rupees kg cow dung. And imagine that one tractor trolley where if you're able to sell, how much you can sell on internet. And when I put on Amazon or Flipkart, you can reach out to the entire country. You just have to brand yourself. Right. So these are some unique product which I know already, but I'm not able to sell. Now Amazon would be providing you such a platform, or you can say like apni dukaan. This is what they are actually promoting. This is my apni dukaan. You don't have to store anything. You just have to put a proper branding, proper packaging, and right time pay availability. The pickup of your product can be done by the Amazon team. Obviously they charge some commission out of that, 30-40% commission they charge into it, but then it's a avenue that you are getting into it. So look into such kind of an option into it. All right. Even this Flipkart, which I put it in, this is goat dung, lendi khat, what you can say, like shady lendi khat apan jala Marathi madhe manto. This is also available into it, right? So 5 kg 320 rupees. For whom this is for the people, those who are living in urban areas, right? Or cow dung is also available for pujas, right? So एक customer मेरे पास में है जो cow dung use करता है for पूजा के लिए, एक कस्टमर है जो करता है टेरिस गार्डनिंग के लिए, एक कस्टमर जो है जो सिटी में रहता है उसको पता नहीं है. So you can sell it these cow dungs, and this is for plantation in pots, my balcony or my terrace, the people those who are in. So you can start selling on Flipkart and Amazon. You need to know that how do I get connected to Amazon, okay? And don't worry about that how many seller already there. It is nothing to do with the seller. It is up to that, your pricing, your packaging, how attractive, how competitive price you are giving it. All right. One more thing which I wanted to, I'm not promoting again. I'm sorry that if you are saying that some brands you are saying, I'm not promoting at all. But these are some concept. These are automatic, irrigation system. This Revolus is selling. This is again on Amazon. It is 8,700 rupees. The entire can feed water to 50 plants of a terrace or maybe a balcony with cloud control. When I control, इसका मतलब है कि you can attach your mobile with this. और अगर आप 4 दिन के लिए बाहर जा रहे हो or maybe out of India जा रहे हो, you can control your irrigation system of your terrace from US if you are sitting in US. If you are sitting in Denmark, you can actually control your irrigation watering to your plants. Many time it happens that in urban city चाबी देके आपको neighbor के पास चाबी देके जाना पड़ता है, और sometime neighbor को interest नहीं है आपके farming आपके gardening में, तो he forgets. But then this is what equipment is that. It is a ready to use kit they provide you. No assistance is required. Everything is provided to you. 50 plants can be done with 8,700. It is like a washing machine where you put the tab into when you put just a pipe into a washing what you call tab, and जैसे washing machine is suck करती है water, इसी तरह से ये system work करता है. So how much is the price? Only 8,000. This is a Israel-based company. I'm saying you can think of designing your own product. This is not a rocket science. It's a simple kind of a product which you can start selling into it. All right. So I try to check in the local market in Pune. 1,500 rupees. The similar kind of system is available. So I'm saying where there is a branded product, somebody wants, that's an 8,000 rupees. At the same time, some people, those who don't want to have a non-branded, you can get it at 1,500 rupees. So you need to know what is customers need, what is farmers need, what is the cultivators need, and what are the technology available in it. All right. Now I'll tell you some quick, cases. Like look at this. This is smart startup Bharat under these are the companies being registered. He has worked in Madhya Pradesh, and its company name is Gramophone. And 4 people have come together, and gentlemen, and they started into what they have done. They are agri-tech platform, and they are just guiding the people, advising the people, millions of farmers, that how to cultivate, what to cultivate. इसमें सारी information they are providing into about the crops, about the soil, about the weather. This is today 5 lakh farmer got benefited into it. Think about it. I mean, this is if you're technology savvy and if you know that technology. This is another one which is known as agri equipment rental. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि Mahindra is doing. This is another company which is doing tractor rental. They are into it. Common people like us. Revego is what their name that started with it. So this is one. I love these people. I would like to meet these people. It's known as Layman Agro. It's from Coimbatore. What the people have done it. 75 youth of the village of this Coimbatore, one of the village from Coimbatore, they being provided employment. What is their job? They need to go to the farmers in the morning, collect all the vegetables what they wanted to sell, collect the milk, bring it to the direct to the market and sell it. So ये जो 75 youth है, they have actually started a social entrepreneurship kind of things. What do you mean by social entrepreneurship? इसका मतलब है कि ये लोग अपना प्रोडक्ट अपने फार्मर्स से खरीदते हैं, उनसे लेते हैं, मार्केट में बेचते हैं, and they themselves make some money, and farmers is also getting a good price for their market. Now it looks very simple business, but obviously there are hard efforts actually being paid to them, and recently they could reach 1.15 crores of funding. तो अगर आप ये सोच रहे हो सर पैसा कहाँ से आता है, people are there to fund you. People are there to fund you, especially for agriculture. I'll tell you one more example of that. It's a fresh VNF, right? VNF is a company. It's a Mumbai-based company. $2 million US. They fund. They have got it from where? From Asian Paints. The gentleman Manish Choksi, he himself has invested into this company. Now, what is that? It's just a simple vegetable selling. So I started my presentation and say that कि vegetable selling. तो बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है यार क्या ये हाथ गाड़ी वाला बिजनेस बोल रहे हो, है ना, वही भाजी बेचना है क्या, मैं MBA हो गया हूँ, अब मैं क्या भाजी बेचूंगा कि हेलो. Now a vice chairman of an Asian Paint, nothing to do with vegetable, if he can see the opportunity in vegetable, I'm sure there is a business. I'm sure there's a business. A good indicator that this is going to be a huge business, huge business. Look at this, how much funding they have raised. It's not easy. आज मैं अगर वेजिटेबल का धंधा करना शुरू करना चाहता हूँ तो मैं अपने घर में अगर पूछूंगा ना कि मुझे 1 लाख रुपए चाहिए तो कोई नहीं देगा. But look at these people. There are two ventures. One is Gujarat Venture Finance Limited and vice chairman of Asian Paint Manish Choksi have invested into this business, vegetable business, which looks to be a very simple business. But then this is how the industry is shaping. Industry is changing. Think about young student from MBA, whether you come from agriculture background or not. Forget about that. Think about, look at this kind of an example. People are ready to invest into your concept. If your concept is full-fledged, it is sellable, it is scalable, I'm sure people will invest into it. Now, I was talking about imports. And this is a company called Fruit Box and Company. Look at from where they're procuring their business. Of course, they have 500 customers from India, no doubt about it. But then they also have a customer. They're importing from US, New Zealand. What they are importing, guavas. They are importing it. Avocados from Mexico. They are buying it. The pears they are getting in US. Now, as an Indian customer, I need avocado, I need guavas, I need different kind of food. Where should I get it? If I'm not able to get a good quality product, let's import from other country. Now these fruit box and company are not expert into imports. They are not agriculturists. They are people like you and me have started the business and started the importing the business. So don't hesitate to import the product. You have the customers, you will buy it. Like one more thing, which is called olive. India is not a country where olive is being produced, but in European countries, you will find olive is being highly consumed in every food. Indian customers also started looking into such kind of an option, right? So think about the importing the product like the Fruit Box and companies. Now, this is a Pune-based company. It's a technology-based company. What they are doing they are actually providing a next generation solar pump control system. They have invested into a solar system and they are giving it to the farmer, right? They have multi-product. One more product is Eco Forest. They are actually giving in cold storage, small cold storage, which is again solar based. So what do you call cold storage? They also have the mobile apps. This mobile apps, you can sell your own product. You can become not a customer, you can become a farmer and start selling on their apps like an Amazon. So they will help you to get the customers. So this is Pune-based company which are doing it. Now again, agri inputs as a major source of business where you can have, but which agri inputs? Now fertilizers business has gone now. Now, I'm not talking about the big company like Zuaris and Deepak Fertilizer. They would continue doing their business. And there is no debate on that. But then we need to have a biofertilizers. Who will provide? I have one of my associate, and she's a lady, and she's in Pune based. She a microbiologist, did a PhD, and then she started an inputs of biofertilizers, and a girl is selling that. And when we started speaking to her, she said the people are accepting. Initially, people have not, but today she is. So this is one more company that people will looking for you to come up. Agri inputs, biofertilizers, you can say organic fertilizers, and so on and so forth. Now look at this two, NIRS X technology. Two young boys and boy and girl, hardly I think 25 years old. They have actually invested their time into data analytics. Now they are helping the farmer by microclimate, information sharing with that. And this is also being registered under the Startup Bharat. Look at these young people. They are not from agriculture background, but they are integrating something they know and they are applying it to agriculture. What my point is, so aap vegetable becho or na becho, think about what is your ability. If you are into data analytics, if you are into technology, IT, think how you can jump into agriculture. This is how business can happen into it. So these two are doing it, and this all information is available on free domain. You all can challenge me going on websites and going on internet and think about it. You can talk about that. All right. Now next is this gentleman from Kochi. He's Pradeep, and he's selling the pesticide free vegetable fruit directly from the customers. Again, he's an aggregator, buying it from farmers. Approximately 1,200 farmers he's integrated. And buying it from that, ensuring that the products are pesticide free and selling it to the customers. I mean, such a simple business. You don't require, again, this got a recognition from Startup Bharat. So people are there to, there are concepts are there, simple concepts are there. One thing is that when I speak to engineering students, they are worried about what product to sell. They need to work on idea generation. You as an agriculturist or you as a businessman want to invest into agriculture, you don't have to think about product. Product is there. So as long as we humans survive on the universe, we are going to consume food. So food business to right. So this is what and Pradeep was into selling pesticide free vegetable, collecting from farmer and selling it directly to the customers. Now, this is one as simple business, as a very simple business, what we are trying to say that, So, as I said, for engineering student, when I talk, engineering students are worried about what to innovate, what product need to be innovated. And then for market mein jana hai. Aapke paas mein to product ready hai. As long as you are, the humans survive on this earth or universe, we are going to consume the fruits and vegetables. The first thing first, that is one. Only thing is that what to sell, that you have to decide. And what is the trend? Today trend is people are more health conscious. Now people are aware of that. We don't want to consume the vegetables or fruits which are having a lot of pesticide or residual free they wanted to have. So this is one concept. There are technology. There are customers available in the urban cities. So as a businessman, think about it. So agar isme koi farmers hain, I'm not challenging your knowledge. I'm just trying to challenge that you need to find out a right marketplace for your products. So similarly, this one company came up in Bihar. They sell, there's an aggregator. They sell seeds to directly the vegetable to the market. They provide seeds to the farmer. They collect the vegetables and produce from the market and sell from the farmer and sell it to the market. So they are the aggregator. How many customers, farmers they have? Around 100,000 farmers they have. How much investment? 45 crores. And this is not their personal investment. They have got the investment from the market, right? And you can check up. This is known as Dehat, the good app-based marketing what they are doing in. So farmers is also on app. Customers are also on app. Okay. Now, this is another, S4S technology. It is obviously they are into, drying the foods and selling it. And this is something a different, all put together concept into it. They are into dehydration, business of dehydration and selling it to the customers like Marico's and Railways and Sudaxus and all that. Okay, so this is how. this another company which I can select. So think that's what you all can sell into it. Now, just to summarize that, what all you can have. So we can have the application-based platform to connect people on related about the information. It could be government related, it could be financial information related, it could be crop cycle related. Anything you can design a platform, IT-based platform, or it could be website, or it could be in apps that you can start a business into it. For that, you don't need to be a farmer, or you need to be an agriculture background. But of course, when you are providing an information related to agriculture, you need to have some experts, team of experts into your fintech platforms. Right? This is a very simple one: farming as a service. So you can provide machines on rent, and you can increase the affordability of your farmer. So you can have some equipment from tractor to harvester, whichever you are comfortable into it. Looking at your periphery, looking at your village, looking at your taluka place or city, you can have this kind of a business. E-commerce, yes, bricks and mortar, as now things are going, not people are preferring to now. E-commerce is there, so this is a platform. So you need not to worry about that. Should I invest into e-commerce? No, you don't have to. You can start providing to the e-commerce platform provider like Amazon and Flipkart and Big Basket and whatnot. Of course, it requires a kind of a quality product to be sold to such platform, and you should be ready to supply them on time. Okay, so this is e-commerce. Challenges are different, obviously. Those things can be always challenged that, but then this is what the things are available. Then we also call that nanotechnology. You can provide that. Nano capsules are there, particles are there, some controlling some diseases. That this is something which is highly technology. The microbiologist, or maybe an people those who are from agriculture background, they can do it. Now this is what smart machines. Smart machine, when I call this is an AI based machine. You can have it can include the drone, which can spray. Electronic statistics sprays are there. Drone, supported agriculture can also be had. Now those are required a high investment. So if you can get it into it, you can also be a part of that. Okay, so this is how you can have IoT based big data. Now everything is on cloud now. This is something I don't know on this open platform should I share or not. One of the leading dairy producer in Maharashtra has already started. All the farmers connect animals or IoT, and they have a big call center. If anything happens to their cow, it is being noticed immediately and can be rectified. I don't want to name obviously, because I have not have a permission to take their names of such technology they are using it, but it is happening in Maharashtra. 10,000 cows are on IoT on big data. Anything milk content reduces, they come to know. Anything that cow has some disease or maybe has some small viral infection or something, they come to know about it. So this is one. Obviously, for this you require to be an IT expert into it, and obviously this you can be a consultant, you can be advisor to increase the productivity into it, and post harvesting technology you can have, like providing cold storage and providing small cold storage, or you can provide pumps and solar pumps and whatnot, and you can also provide how to reduce the waste and all. So these are some options that we have. Now look at this. I'm not going to discuss all the companies. These are all 4 to 5 years old companies. Only 4 to 5 years old companies. And these all are startups in agriculture. And most of them are not from agriculture background. What is my point here is I'm trying to tell you that don't think that you have to be an agriculturist. Of course, if you are there, if you are an agriculturist, you had advantage. But most of them here are not agriculturists. Now, these all companies have their own marketplace. These all companies have their own product to sell. Like EM3 is a Delhi-based company providing pay-per-use farm. That's a rental business. This is Crow Farm is B2B farm, farm to business venture you can have. Now AgriX is there, like their potato supply chain into it. FarmZen is into organic farming platform. Likewise, you have Ninja Card. Obviously, it's a South based company. but then it also came in Pune, and they're also into B2B agri marketing platform. Now, this Milk, I've already told you about this. AgroStart is Pune-based consultant, right? Gramophone is an MP-based company. Like, these are some example what we have to show that. Now, investment point of view, if you're saying that how these investments are increasing into it. In 2019, the investment into agri-tech around 245 million US dollar people have invested into it. And in spite of lockdown, in spite of Corona, in 2020, as if today we have already crossed 125 million US dollar investment into agri-tech. Abhi tak saal khatam nahi hua hai, right? We are already reached 2.5 the mark in spite of 6 months down. As I said earlier, I started my presentation saying that 3.4 growth what we are getting in agriculture, none another industry is doing this. I'm proud to say that I'm associated for such industry. Construction is down by 50%. Manufacturing is down by 47%. Hotel industry is down by around similar 40-45%. Agriculture is up 3.4%, and that's too in such a situation. So it's a very remarkable industry to invest into it and thinking about it. These are some companies which again have come up recently, and what they are selling into and what are into their who are their investors. So look at these investors. They have not taken loans. एक हमारा farmers का problem होता है कि cooperative society और bank बस यहीं से loan लेते हैं. But think about these people are getting investment from the professional investor. It could be venture capitalist, or it could be angel investor, or they have also got it from investments from crowdfunding and so on and so forth. All right. So this is what. Okay. This I wanted to purposely show it to you. That there's a company called NISBERT, National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development. This company, this is an autonomous institute under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Now, this is providing you a 3 days to 15 days courses where you can enroll yourself, complete your course, and the kind of certificate you get it is something like this. Now, importance of this certificate is that it's a government certificate. Okay. Now, if you go to the bank, for your loan purpose, they would definitely entertain you that you have got some kind of an entrepreneurship awareness program, or you can say like you have been trained by professionals. You can get help to get your loan from that. Okay. So anybody wants to have, you can connect on these numbers. Okay. Anybody wants to know more about this NISBERT, you can connect on this number. This number is 97651 29330. You can WhatsApp on this, you can get the information, or you can call on this number, you can get the information. This is out of the discussion, right? Okay. Now this is what I wanted to see, that we all should become an agripreneur. So proudly I'm saying I'm an agripreneur, and this is the last part of that. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Any questions other than the technical? Because today we are focusing only for business idea. I would not be able to answer your technical question in terms of which technology in what, but I will try. If anybody has a question, they can raise their questions, or they can type the question on the.
Now the forum is open for the participants. Thank you, sirs, for such a insightful presentation.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure. I hope I will be able to reach to the customer clients. Yes, please. Haji.
I have a quick question. Shall I?
Yes, please. You can tell your name, sir, and which part of the Maharashtra or part of the country, and then we can take up that question, sir. Yes, sir.
We can get this presentation somehow.
Yes, you can get it. What you can avoid, I would request, I think we would send you a link right now, so you can just send your request on that. We will send you that. Not an issue. So you are Vedant, I believe. Vedant Sanatan, right? Vedant, where are you from? And what you do?
Pune, sir.
Okay, you're from Pune.
BBA
Okay.
third year.
All right. Okay. Okay. So Vedant, just send your, on the number. This number you can send. This number also you can send, or maybe a link would be provided to you. So
Yes.
yes.
The link is posted in the chat box. You have to fill up the feedback form.
So we will send you on that.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Vedant. Thank you so much. Yes. Anybody else?
Yeah, can you throw some insights on the contract farming?
Yes,
Plus
Neeraj. Yes,
the
Neeraj.
contract farming and the vertical farming that recently government has started.
Yes. Yes. So you wanted me to talk about this contract farming?
Yeah, yeah. Is
All
this
right,
a
all
big-
right. Yes, yes. See, contract farming, the concept of integrating the neighborhood farmers, one, and the company formation here is now government is promoting FPO, that is called Farmers Producer Organization. So on an average, 20 customers, 20 farmers can come, those who have land holding, and come up together and they can farm. So it's a new form of contract farming, I would say. Obviously, contract farming concept is different, where you can go and have a contract with the farmers for a particular year. So now, for FPO, yes, government is giving a lot of support on this, and you can be part of that, where you can collectively buy equipments, collectively buy you can buy inputs, and collective selling also can be done into it. So the moment you become a collective buyer, you have a more bargaining power. At the same time, when you have a collective seller, you have a more bargaining power. So these are hidden benefits, but obviously, yes, government has come up of late, especially after 2018-19, and especially after the lockdown, the new policies have come up. That is itself is a big session about how FPO the government are supporting into it. So I may not be able to take up in detail what benefits the government is giving into it, but yes, you can directly go to the Ministry of Agriculture and you can get the information about FPO formation and the benefit given to it. So that is one format of what you have asked for. I hope, Neeraj, I have answered your question. I'm sure you are expecting more, but then today may or may not be a good time to explore those things, because it takes a lot of time to discuss all the benefit what the contract farming and FPOs are having into it.
Yeah, I can understand. Thanks for the update.
Yeah.
Anybody else having any question?
Hi sir,
Hi.
this is Mehboob from Kolkata.
Okay.
Sir, is it possible to export goat or sheep to foreign countries?
In Maharashtra from Nasik, the trial was done, and live goat being exported to Dubai, and it is possible, but then there are a lot of difficulties are there, and I am not updated at the moment whether this is directly, still continue or not, but there are a lot of consignment, live consignment of goat has been done. So there is a possibility. And I'm talking about Nasik in Pune, in Maharashtra, from where direct flight was sent for the live goat for Gulf countries. So
Okay.
Mehboob, yes, it is possible. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, anyone else? Some participants have raised hands. Yes.
Sir, this side, Ram, this side.
Yeah, Ram. Yes.
Sir, I just want to know about what can be the scope for the fresh food supply chains in a perishable category from direct farm to the consumer, taking into the consideration the current competition of the market, and
Okay, Ram, I'll tell you one thing. There is no competition. There's no competition. I mean, it's very vague to tell that there's no competition. Only challenge is your farm and the customer's place distance. So let's say if your farm is close to the city like Pune, let's say 40-50 kilometers, you are well connected to the customers. Easily you can come with the fresh vegetables and perishable product. However, if you are away from more than 100 kilometers, then challenges start. Then your costing is start. The first costing get included into your transportation. Second, keeping the perishable product intact is another challenge into it. So the cold storage and those things would come into it, and then your product become more expensive. So you may or may not able to get the kind of price the people those who are. That's why the people those who are nearby city like Pune, Mumbai, or Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, in the periphery of 50-40 kilometers. Now you would ask Ram ki sir 50-60 kilometer pe to yaar farm milte kahan pe hai? So I'll tell you that now the hydroponic, aeroponic, these are the concept, new technology come up where you can actually cultivate within the city. If you can able to cultivate within the city, I think then you have a good chance of selling it. Now, what is the another challenge is the one is obviously the perishability, the distance, the supply chain. Third is the contamination in terms of residual contamination. So if you are giving a guarantee that your products are residual free, I'm sure you have a customers. Then there is no competition. I'll tell you that in Pune, I'm talking about a place called Kalyani Nagar. If you know that, it's a high profile area. A restaurant, high street restaurant, still not getting the right product and in the right quantity. I'm talking about Pune, which is 35 lakhs people, where everybody is not able to get the fresh products, right? And we can say that everybody is not going to the marketplace. I mean, the wholesale marketplace, because when I want to go to wholesale marketplace, it is I need to go there before 7 o'clock. If I'm not correct, if you go at 5 o'clock, you will get a good price and good fresh products. So the vegetable which comes to me, it's only a day old, or at the most, or at sometime it is 2 days old. So if you are able to provide fresh, yes, you can. So there is no competition as such. Don't think about the competition, especially in the agriculture. Everybody would definitely get a market for that. As I gave an example of a milk, 35 lakh of people in Pune, they are already buying Chitles and Amuls and whatnot other brands. Then how does the other brand are getting the place? They are only selling 10,000 liter milk. One of my associate milk is selling only 700 liter milk, and they are able to sell a good profit into it. Why? Because he's procuring at 40 rupees. Farmer is happy, and he's able to sell at 80 rupees. Obviously with distribution and packaging, right? So this is how you can. So yes, perishable product. If you are close by the city, yes, you should be able to get the market. But condition is that it should be organic, exotic, and I would say close by to the marketplace. Then I think Ram, you have a chance.
Yeah, yes, right. By taking the quality and residue free and fresh quality as a USP.
Yes, that's USP. And one challenge, as I said, if you are close by to marketplace, you have good chance.
Transportation, otherwise
thoda difficult. I mean, that cost will increase in terms of transport, and perishability will get affected.
Yes, sir. Is there any availability of like for a startup incubation centers and etc.? If you know anything about this.
No, you mean to say the incubation center facility?
Yes, sir. Like any.
There are many colleges they have started into it, and right now I am sitting in a college named as Gyan Sagar Institute for Management Research. We also have the startup incubation center. So you can approach to the college where we can assist you for your products.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I request all the participants to please put on your video, because we have had such a wonderful interactive session. Let's make it a memory. So please put on your video
I have
camera.
a question right now.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please.
Sir, what about the vegan product business in India? It is going to be a boon or a bane?
It's very difficult to say, Asad. I mean, Asad, you are asking now this question? Whose question is this? Yeah, Asad, it is, yes, it is, but then this is a different lifestyle. I don't see that in a very near future that entire population will change into vegan. There is a different concept. There's a pros and cons. If you're not drinking milk, I'm sure you are losing a good source of calcium. if you're not eating something, eggs, you're losing something. So we are already a vegetarian country, but not vegan country. So vegan, yes, it's a concept, lifestyle. Maybe a few percentage of the population may get converted into it, but not in entire population. It is next to impossible. I mean, I personally feel that.
Hello, sir. I am Arjun Rahul from Sindhudurg district.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, I am a student of MBA RABM, Rural Agriculture Business Management.
RIBM.
RABM, sir. Rural Agricultural Business Management.
Okay. Which college?
IICMR, Pune, sir.
Okay. Yes. Tell me.
Sir, so, sir, as I am from a rural part.
Yes.
So, sir, can you please elaborate me more about how to be a market aggregator and how to start up as an aggregator?
Okay. So, are you from the agriculture background?
No, I'm not from an agriculture background.
Okay. So, what is your background? Are you technology?
No. I am a BSc botany student.
All right. Okay. See, simplest what you can do is that you can be an aggregator for farmer. Today, my farmers are not getting a right help or right market. Okay, so you can nearby like nearby Sindhudurg. So there are 2-3 products which you can have. They have the fresh vegetables plus the what do you call sea products, or you can say fish. So you can collect and try to get the good customers. When I say good customers, that means that nearby area. So closest market for you would be Mumbai and Pune, possibly. Yeah, and at the most you can go to Kolhapur. So these are market you can. So aggregator, when you talk about, you can see your farmers. I think rice is one of the product which happens in.
Yeah.
So you can be a aggregator for them also.
Organic rice is emerging as a trend now.
Yes, you can think of that. So product for agriculture, there is no shortage, but for sure it is just to see what concept you can adopt into. So when you're saying aggregator, so farmer has a problem, at the same time customers is having a problem. So I need both people, both parties or stakeholder need to be get benefited into it. This is how you can help them. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So Arjun, I request that tomorrow you should be in the seminar. I mean,
Yes, sir. Sure.
That would help you really,
Yes, sir.
for international internship.
Yes.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Yes. Who's this?
Sir, this is Sankalp Navsare from Pune.
Okay, Sankalp. Yes, Sankalp.
My question is, sir, if you want to enter in Amazon marketing,
yes,
it is necessary to learn about digital marketing tools, because from last few months, because of pandemic, every online sale is going on increasing. Okay. So is it necessary to learn about digital marketing to enter in Amazon marketing?
Not at all. Okay. See, there are millions of seller on Amazon. Do you think those millions of the seller have learned digital marketing? Not a single one. What is that? You need to learn that how to market your product. So there are some keywords, So when let's say cow dung you have put up, right? You as an agriculture, you put up a cow dung on Amazon. So what keywords people would search for? Okay, so that you need to understand. Digital marketing will teach you those keywords, the search engine optimization kind. So if you do it, that would be an advantage. But selling, you just have to approach Amazon and that too without the phone call. You can go to the Amazon and search for Amazon, want to become an Amazon seller.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and they will provide you a whole lot of links. You have to fill your information, product, and all the details. Some certification if they wanted to. For example, food, you need to have a FSSAI's approval, and if you have some other approval that you need to have, just put it into it. They will. There are different zones they have declared. So if Maharashtra come to a particular zone, so they will tell you what cost that they will charge you. And if your product goes to, let's say, out of your zone, let's say Bihar, so what charges they will give it. So you know that what would be your cost for the Amazon and how much you can put up your price. Pricing is not controlled by Amazon. Pricing is you control yourself, and the competition can control it. So Amazon only will help you, providing you the window where you can highlight into it. So digital marketing absolutely not required, but knowledge of digital marketing will help you to grow faster.
Okay, sir. And sir, my second question is, what is the good career opportunities or business opportunities through NGO or development sector? Like FPOs, are many FPOs in Satara districts
Yes.
are running by some of the NGOs.
Right.
Like NGOs are forming farmer producing organization in Satara, Sangli,
Right.
or even in Pune districts. So
Right.
what are the different career and business opportunities we can do through NGO or development sector?
I forgot your name. Can you tell me your name?
Sankalp, sir. Sankalp Navsari from
Yeah,
Pune.
Sankalp. Sankalp, one thing, career, the moment I say career opportunity, I always see that you're looking for a job.
Yes.
Yes. So if you're looking for a job, then FPO may or may not be a good option because their farmer would like to work. Their NGOs would like to work. Okay. So
Yes.
it's a team of their themselves. They are working into it. So scope for you become a very small role that you would be playing into it. My suggestion would be, why don't you are a graduate, you are maybe an MBA, why don't you start your own FPO?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, and the as a common person, I am afraid of fundings. Don't worry about your fundings. Funding would run after you if your products are unique.
Yes, sir.
That you need to understand that no business required fund unless you have a good product. The moment you have a good product, people would run after you and say like, "Yaar, mera paisa le lo." And Sankalp, I as you have, if you start in future, maybe down the line 6 months or 1 year, whatever product you develop, you come to us. If your product is good, we are ready to invest in your product.
Okay, sir.
That I can tell you that. I am a businessman. I want to invest into something, but I need to see that Sankalp is hardworking person and Sankalp is ready to convert the whatever investment into multi-folds. Anybody can invest into it.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thanks.
Dear
Yes, sir.
participants, we are running short of time, so we'll have last 2 questions. Then we'll continue.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, it's Arjun Rao again.
Yeah, Arjun. Yes.
Sir, so you had stated that there are many investors willing
Yes.
to invest in your ideas.
Right.
Your ideas should be proper.
Right.
If I have a proper idea,
Yes.
then how should I find investors?
See,
I live in a rural area,
okay.
so how to find?
Okay. It is not just a good idea. It is the investor. See, I have a good idea, Arjun. I'm having a very good idea, and I come to you.
Okay.
I come to know to you. Somehow I reach to Arjun. Why would you invest into my business? One is that it's a long-term business,
Yeah,
and it's a growing business, and
profitable. Yeah,
and obviously profitable.
yeah,
In business language, it's known as scalable. So, आज अगर मुझे 10 रुपए मिल रहा है, तो after 5 years I should get 1,000 rupees. If this kind of a scalable business, you don't have to market yourself. You will run after them. That's one.
Okay.
Second, this is a philosophical answer. Second is there are a lot of investment events happens. Obviously, last 6 months everything is collapsed.
yeah.
But then you need to keep a watch. The investors meet, government invite investors, private people invite investors, MCCI invite investors meet. So in Maharashtra, you have Maratha Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Agriculture. You need to be a member of such organization. So you'll come to know the updates on it. That's one. Second, in Delhi, every year there's a startup meets happens. You need to keep a watch into that. Now you have to showcase your product and your concept. See, unless you market yourself, market of your business. Now you're not marketing your product, you're marketing your business. People would like to invest into it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you need to know, you need to register yourself with a lot of organization. So visit Agriculture Ministry of India, one, Skill Ministry of India, that is second one. You will get information on that, where to register for getting investments.
Yes, sir. Sir, and how can KVK play a role in helping me? KVK, Krishi Vigyan Kendras.
No, KVK is basically it's a scientific organization, right? So if your products are unique, for example, a new, you can say, breed or new crop that you have developed, for them it is, yes, they would be, I'm not very sure whether business point of view, how much they can help you. But yes, for development of new crop, if you approach them and if you be there with some organic
scientists.
then probably they would help you out. So they are more on science oriented people. Business orientation, I am not very sure. I cannot comment because
no, sir. There is a department known as what we say extension department. So I had done my internship in KVK.
Okay.
So that department handles this everything.
All right. Okay. So that's agri. That is they provide I think course of agri lab.
Labs or.
So you can be. They can help you to develop.
Yeah,
They can help you to develop the labs, and you can become a consultant. But but I'm a farmer also. So if you come to me and you say like, sir, I have no experience, but I have completed a certificate. So possibly chances that I may not give you business. So you need to work for some time, maybe 1 or 2 years, and then possibly you can get a such kind of consulting business.
Okay, sir. As you have said it before also that a fresher cannot be a consultant because he requires more experience.
Yes.
So as being a fresher, sir, how can I enter? With what role? With what role?
Yeah, it could be very weird to answer your question, but then it's a practical answer. I am promoting a business. Entire presentation I was focusing only on business. But then, as a consultant, if you want, you need to work on as an extension officer with some of the Krishi Seva Kendra. Right? So if you start working with them, you may not get a money for your work. They may give you 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, not more than that.
I am sir currently working.
Okay. So if you're working over there, Krishi Seva Kendra, what you are doing, basically you are working as a pharmacist. जैसे एक फार्मास्यूटिकल शॉप होता है ना वैसे तो यू नो दैट सोल्यूशन कि आज पोमोग्रेनेट पे अगर इंसेक्ट का अटैक हुआ है सो व्हाट आई नीड टू गेट सो द वे दिस इज हाउ यू कैन डेवलप योर ओन एक्सपर्टीज इनटू इट सो एंड ट्राई टू सी द अपॉर्चुनिटी अ स्मॉल फार्मर नियर बाय यू कैन अप्रोच एंड से लाइक सर पोमोग्रेनेट का मैं पूरा आपका देखता हूँ ओके यू गिव मी 5% 10% ऑफ दैट नॉट मच तो आप जब भी मुझे फोन करोगे ना सर आई विल बी अवेलेबल तो वो बेचारा क्या है एक 3 एकड़ का फार्म से लगाया उसको कुछ भी नहीं पता है उसको कुछ नहीं पता सो 3 एकर्स के फार्मर के साथ में आप टाइप कर लो तो एक आपको मिल गया ना साल भर के लिए सो दूसरा भी मिलेगा आपको बट देन इट्स अ वेरी पेशेंस ओरिएंटेड जॉब you have to have an experience all right
okay thank you sir
I think it's time to conclude. I request participants if they have further questions, then they can ask it to Iftikhar sir. I request Iftikhar sir to put your mail ID in chat box if possible.
Okay.
If the participants are having any questions, they can ask you directly.
Okay, I'll write my email address. This is my email address. You can reach out, and I also give you my phone number where you can always text me first, and then probably we can talk. This is also my number, so both you can note down, and yes. Yes, Shubhangi, we have also noted your email address. Thank you.
Okay, on behalf of Gyan Sagar Institute of Management and Research, I thank you, Iftikhar sir, for taking time out and
pleasure.
Taken such a wonderful session. It was so informative, and he has talked about many avenues in agribusiness that it would have literally helped the participants. I request all the participants again to put on the cameras. We'll have a photo again, and then we'll conclude for the day, and we're looking forward to meet tomorrow again at the same time, 11 o'clock, with a new interesting session.
Samir sir, if you allow me, I just wanted to tell you that tomorrow we'll be talking about the people, those who wanted to do an international internship for 1 year. We are sending people to Denmark, US, and European countries for 1 year. It's a paid program where you can have the chances, opportunity to earn money and work and learn for that. Okay, so tomorrow it would be in the more interesting session that's coming into it. Okay, so thank you so much, Samir sir.
Yes, and thank you all the participants.